So let's sort of work backwards from a place of an ideal solution. We're never going to get exactly what we want, but it can be helpful to sort of think from a best case scenario. So like fast forward a year or two, 10, whatever, and somehow the country's healthcare security network is the envy of the world and as impenetrable as it could possibly be, and it's up to date and it's compliant. Like, how did we get there? What massive changes had to happen to get us to that point? You mentioned mindset change, obviously, but like what kind of resource spending, human collaboration had to materialize to get us to the place that we want to be?
My role model is cyber resilience here. I mean, that is starting from a collaboration point of view between the stakeholders, that the two mindsets, the two sides of safety and security. And it might be also about spending and resources, but we're not talking about a complete revamp of things. Maybe over time, things have to be renewed. Yes. I mean, even sometimes 20 years are gone. So there is a new machinery coming in. But on the onset, if I know about what is on the other side, what is in the mindsets, how are things operated from their perspective, and what kind of flexibility is there? Then I can change my approach to cybersecurity a bit, and then we overcome these hurdles where most of the time people see that contradiction between safety and security.
Yeah. Now, I almost am sort of imagining a job role in my mind. Maybe it doesn't exist, but some sort of a sort of gentle cyber mediary, like someone who's like very adept at sort of holding the hands of these sort of administrators and without making them feel like a dum-dum, or like that they've been sitting on a problem for 20 years without thinking about it. Like we always talk about how cybersecurity, like the sort of hidden superpower is you need soft skills and you need communication skills and the ability, but it seems like here that there would be a special ability to have, if you could have someone who could just go from hospital to hospital, network to network, and like very, without sort of judgment or without, just explain to them, this has to happen. We need to do this. You need to make even the smallest changes to sort of, and how are we going to do this? And how do we sort of like, get you prepared for this big, scary changeover? I mean, what do you think?
Well, I agree to that, and 100%. I mean, I've written about it in the recent weeks, that there is a good likelihood that we will have these two breeds of cybersecurity pros. That is the one guy who is able to talk about it, the one person who is able to mediate between the worlds, as he or she has a good understanding of both the worlds and is able to familiarize with the other side of the table, with the other side of how processes are seen. And the other breed is the folks who are going deep into a system, who are actually trying to figure out how bits and pieces fall together, who do these forensic investigations and stuff like that. On the other hand, it is a situation where you will always start by listening and not by educating. If someone is coming to me, I'm first listening to, how do you do it now and why? Yeah? And there might be good reasons for them to do it, why they are doing it in the way now. But then you are asking, and what would happen if you change that? Where are your flexibilities so that you can adjust things, that you can do things in a different way by maintaining operability and increasing security?
New episodes of the CyberWork podcast are available every Monday at 1 p.m. Central. And don't forget to check out our hands-on training series, CyberWork Applied. Each week, expert Infosec instructors teach you a new cybersecurity skill and show you how that skill applies to real-world scenarios. Go to infosecinstitute.com/learn to stay up to date on all things CyberWork.